Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Wartrain here. If you're new, do me a favor, please subscribe and click that notification bell down below so you guys can get notified of all my new videos. And if you guys enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, today's video, guys, we're going to talk about the Wii U. I know this is everybody's favorite console. Now, a lot of people aren't a big fan of this console. It was actually a failed system. Sold somewhere around 13 million worldwide, which is pretty much a flop for Nintendo. But you know what? It is a good console. It has a lot of great games, actually. I know the library's really small for any console, really, especially a Nintendo console. But you know, there's some really good games on this system, and we're going to talk about the Wii U and some of the awesome things that it did. Number one main thing that it did was it brought us the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch wouldn't exist most likely without this controller tablet kind of thing. I think this was Nintendo trying to do something before the technology was there. Now with the Switch, they can implement it. Because you know what? If you hold your Switch up side by side, this screen is the exact same size. The only real difference is the body around it and the resolution. This is 480 and the Switch screen is 720. So you have a better screen than this, but I mean, this is pretty comfortable pad. The only problem is it goes to a system, and that was the weird part. And the name was awful. I'd say the name was probably the worst thing because it was confusing. Nobody knew what this was. Was this part of the Wii? Was this the Wii? New looking Wii? Was this an add-on to the Wii? What was it? They should have just called it something else, like the Wii 2, or just something totally different. Nintendo new console. That would have been better than Wii U, because it was too confusing. I was even confused to what it was exactly. They should have just said, no, listen, this is a different name completely, and this is our newest console, the successor to the Wii. But it plays all Wii games. It's because it's backwards compatible. If they would have did that, I think this thing would have sold way better. Because actually, when it first came out, they did have quite a bit of games they were pushing on it. And there was some good games on the system through its lifespan. It's just the third-party support just plummeted. So, but yeah, we're gonna check out some of the games here. This is just Nintendo Switch ports. I'm just gonna show some of the ports that I have that were Wii U games that came to the Nintendo Switch. So check this out. Alright, so some of the greatest stuff that the Switch has really came from the Wii U. So let's see here. I got a pretty nice stack of games here, and these are all ports for the Switch that came from the Wii U. Right here. Absolutely great platforming game. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. One of the best platformers ever made. This game is great. If you played on the Wii U or the Switch, check this game out. It's awesome. Unfortunately, the game I have playing in the background here, the Wind Waker HD, I wish it would come to the Switch because it's an awesome game. One of the best games on the Wii U. Alright, another one is Toad Treasure Tracker. Captain Toad is another great game, and I actually heard that it's going to be getting Labo, the VR Labo support for this game. So definitely looking forward to that. That's pretty cool. I'd love to check that out. I had I think top 10 lists I'd like to see for the Labo VR. Number one was Smash Brothers, and we got it. It has a VR mode, but another one was this game right here, I believe, Captain Toad, because this game seems like a game that would actually work for the VR. I don't remember what number I rated that as, but pretty cool. Okay, so another one that came early, Pokken Tournament. That was a game that came to the Nintendo Switch pretty early. It was not, I don't think it was a launch game, but it came right after launch. I actually don't have this on the Switch though, but yeah, another one that came there. This one I do have, Shantae and the Half-Hero Genie. Another fantastic platformer. I mean, they put a lot of great games on the Switch that were Wii U games. Right here, Bayonetta 2, fantastic game. You know, and this one came with Bayonetta 1. Same as the Switch, it's a 2-pack. You know, and this one, I actually have both physical games. Something you don't have in the Switch version unless you have like the Japanese version or yeah, I think it's the Japanese version. Either that or European, but we didn't get it here. Ours was a download code for, I think it was the first game, maybe? I don't even remember. Either the first or second is a download code, and then the other one's a physical, but I hate when they do that. Alright, the next one. Nintendo Switch's top-selling game, Mario Kart 8. We have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Nintendo Switch. This is an awesome racing kart racing game, one of the best ever made, if not the very best. But you get all the DLC and everything. Well, almost everything is pretty much given to you right from the get-go in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I even had somebody ask me, they were like, hey, they were playing it on the Switch. They're like, I thought you used to like have to unlock a lot of this stuff. I was like, this was actually a Wii U game. I was like, on there you did. I was like, here they pretty much give you everything. You do still unlock stuff with coins in 8 Deluxe. You just, it's just like different vehicles and stuff. But alright, so the next, Hyrule Warriors. Another one. Definitely runs a lot better on the Nintendo Switch though, and you get a lot more on the Nintendo Switch version because you get all of the 3DS things from Hyrule Legends. But cool game. I'm a fan of that. Alright, Shovel Knight. Another game. We have this on the Switch. This stuff came early. But yeah. I mean, lots of great games on the Nintendo Switch that came from the Wii. Now, these next ones, pretty funny. I have the standalone one, Super Luigi Brothers U, and the new Super Mario Brothers U, and also with Super Luigi Brothers U. So, this game is actually already on this game, but I just wanted the standalone version. I thought it was cool that it was green and the year of Luigi, because Luigi's pretty cool. But yeah, now we have new Super Mario Brothers Wii U Deluxe, the game with the longest name on the Switch. And I don't know if I showed this one, but if I didn't, Breath of the Wild, one of the first Nintendo Switch games, actually a launch day game, and pretty much the last game on the Wii U by Nintendo, and probably the Wii U's best game. Absolutely fantastic, and it's crazy to think that this is actually a Wii U game and not a Nintendo Switch game, because everybody thinks of it as just a Switch game, and really it was a Wii U game and was ported to the Nintendo Switch, even though it was only the Nintendo Switch that got the like Master Edition, and you know, any limited edition only came to Nintendo Switch. Nothing came to Wii U. And the one thing that does stink though is I wish they would have kept it for the Wii U version. They should have kept all the stuff on your like the map and everything on the gamepad itself. Originally, when they were working on the game, they had all that stuff on there, and they took it off probably because, you know, they didn't want to compete the same game with the Switch, because that in a way almost would have made this somewhat a superior version, except for the way it ran. So yeah, definitely kind of weird, you know, but yeah, your gamepad would have been your Sheikah Slate, and I think originally that's what the whole idea was and how it was intended. So kind of disappointing. That would have been awesome. But yeah, so those are just the games that I have that were ports from Wii U to Nintendo Switch. Well, let's take a look at some of the awesome games that are just gonna die most likely on the Wii U. Some of them still may get ported, but as of right now, these are only on this console. So let's check those out. Alright guys, so yeah. So we have this one, Splatoon 1. Now, we have Splatoon 2 on the Nintendo Switch, which is actually a better game, but still a great game. This is where it started. So the Wii U actually had its own Splatoon. So just wanted to put that out there. I mean, this game, yeah, this game will be staying on the Wii U. There's no need to bring it to the Switch or any consoles forward, because the Splatoon 2 is way superior. And it looks a lot, I mean, they look similar, but the new one for the Switch looks better. This game may come to other stuff eventually, and that is DuckTales Remastered. Definitely a cool game. I wish this would come to the Switch. I just love DuckTales. I want them to have DuckTales Remastered with the original DuckTales games on here. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, Capcom, get on that. Here's I think a pretty good underrated game, and that is Nintendo Land. My kids love this game. We actually still play this and quite a bit. My son just absolutely loves this game. Just mini games and a lot of fun. Definitely a decent launch game that they had, and definitely not a bad title here. A lot of people I think overlook this, but it's definitely a really fun game. It's got a lot of like little mini games that are fun. It's got a lot to offer for something so kind of small, and you can pick this game up super cheap, probably for like $2 or something. It's crazy. I know they were giving it away with the system, but yeah, great game. And then you have, this game is definitely going to die on the Wii U, and that is Super Mario Maker, because we just got Super Mario Maker 2. But you know what? This one is a little bit different, and now that we have the new one, and there's one thing that this one has, and that's the gamepad with the stylus and a more quirky kind of stuff. This one had more of a sense of humor and more identity than Super Mario Maker 2. I mean, Super Mario Maker 2 is a better Mario Maker game, but this definitely, I think, is still a great game in its own right, and it has stuff that Super Mario Maker 2 doesn't have, like the amiibo support where you can be like all these different characters. That's awesome, and that's one thing I think that they really should kind of patch into Mario Maker 2, because it's kind of that part's kind of disappointing. It's pretty awesome that you could like be like 8-bit sprites of Link and different characters, Samus and just all these different characters. It's just awesome. Great game. And yeah, there's no cat hand and all that stuff like there is in here. Definitely cool, and the game's got a sense of humor. And very controversial game, Paper Mario Color Splash. A lot of people didn't like this, I guess. I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, it definitely is a nice looking game. It's not the greatest, but it definitely ain't a bad game. I found some enjoyment with this game, that's for sure. And as you can see, I got the game playing on the screen here. Right here, Super Mario 3D World. Man, this is like one of the best Mario games ever made. The only thing we got of this on the Nintendo Switch is a 2D mode in Super Mario Maker 2. I mean, this game is really good. A lot of people that haven't played this, man, you don't know what you're missing out on. This is, some people, I could see this definitely is their favorite Mario game, period, and I can see why. If you like 3D Mario or 2D Mario, this game is great. It's like a really good like marriage between both styles. It completely works. A great art style, great level design, great multiplayer. The co-op multiplayer is awesome. Just great game. Absolutely great. Definitely a reason to own this console still. And another really good game is Yoshi's Woolly World. Yoshi's Woolly World is a really cool take on Yoshi. Really bright and just really cool looking. I like the art style. I had a lot of fun with this game. I like the newest Yoshi on the Switch as well, but this one was definitely unique. And you could scan in amiibos to get different colored yarn Yoshis. Definitely unique game, and a lot of fun. They actually have this on the 3DS too, which is really cool. I had to double dip and get both versions of that. Another game that a lot of people have been talking about being ported to Nintendo Switch that hasn't yet, and that is Wonderful 101. Definitely a really unique game. Weird, really weird. It's pretty fun. Yeah, you use all these different little people, and it's almost like having ants, or like almost like Pikmin, and you group them up and have them turn into different weapons and do different things. But definitely a unique superhero game. This is done by the people that gave you like Bayonetta and soon to be like Astral Chain. Yeah, really decent game. A Wonderful 101. That game hopefully won't die on the Wii U. And another one here, Pikmin 3. There hasn't been a Pikmin yet on the Nintendo Switch. A lot of people are really hoping that one is that we get one soon. So we'll have to find out. Maybe we get one, maybe we don't. Maybe we get Pikmin 4, or maybe we just get some ports or some old ones. But Pikmin is a pretty unique franchise. Definitely cool looking game, and very unique. It's definitely neat when you see all these little Pikmin picking up like fruit and batteries and carrying them back for you. It's pretty cool. Alright, now this game, a lot of people have talked that they hope this would get like a Switch port, and you know, I don't know if it would. I kind of doubt it. Maybe a sequel to it, even though we've had other sequels technically, I guess. That's Xenoblade Chronicles X. You know, I mean, they have Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but X is kind of X. So I don't know, but maybe we get something. I definitely think we'll see another Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch, but which one, who knows. So, but I think it would be good for them to port this over. Any of the Xenoblades that either for the Wii, the first one, or X here, you know, bring them over to the Switch. They're big games, you know. People like them and want them. And this game, I don't think a lot of people are worried about this. Hopefully they come out with a new Star Fox. This one, it was okay. I definitely see why people got frustrated with the motion pad. Definitely can get really annoying, or the gamepad. It can definitely get annoying when you have to hold it up and look into it and stuff. It kind of works, but sometimes it just gets too frustrating to control, and it's like, come on, man, just let me use a controller. That starts to drive you a little nuts. But Star Fox Zero. And here's another game that, man, I hope they bring a Switch version of this. This is one of my top ones, probably besides Super Mario 3D Land. I think they should bring that just because they got all the other 3D, or all the other great games from the Wii U. This was a reason to really get the Wii U. It's a great game. Super Mario 3D Land. Hopefully they bring that to Switch. But this guy right here, NES Remix, and you have this on the 3DS as well. I have that version too. I love these games where they take classic NES titles and just remix them, give you like objectives to collect stars. These are really fun games. I wish they would do this with like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. They could do this with Switch. They could do this with any style of game. This is just a great idea, and I hope it's not like, I hope it doesn't end with just this NES remix. I would at least come out with a SNES remix, or you know, do an SNES remix and then have this packed in. You know, all the NES remix stuff as like something you unlock in the game or something. That would be awesome. So this is one I really hope that we get something more from it, because man, it's really good. But yeah, that's not all the games I have, but just a lot of games that the Wii U offers that either were ported to the Switch or are really decent games that are just on the Wii U and kind of stuck there, and hey, that's not a bad thing. Still, maybe a reason to go out and pick up a used Wii U. I mean, they've been dropping in price. I actually seen them at GameStop now for like $109. You definitely don't want to buy a boxed one. I know they were on eBay for like selling for like $600-700, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, you can pick one of these up for a little over $100. It's got a great library of games. I mean, you can get some of these games for $2-3. I mean, it's crazy. That's where I got most of my Wii U games, is when they stopped selling. I just went out and would get a stack for like $60. It's crazy. You know, there's a couple expensive ones that are harder to get. You know, paid a little more for those. You know, I don't have nowhere near a full collection or anything, but I have a decent amount of Wii U games, and I think it's definitely not a bad console. I'm glad that it came out, and you know, it was kind of sad to see it kind of die off, you know, in a way. But I'm happy it died off for the Switch, because man, the Switch is awesome. I love it. So yeah. I mean, that's the Wii U. You know, before I call this video, I'm just going to throw in a little bit of some gameplay. So let's check out a game. I'll just pick one and we'll play. Okay. So, yeah. Right here you have Zelda Wind Waker HD. And this would be my, I guess, what's it? Game Plus mode or whatever, because I already beat it. There's a little Triforce symbol next to my input or whatever, the character name. But yeah, now look at this. Look at all these Zelda games that came to the Wii U. Now that is awesome. Yeah, you have your Hyrule Warriors. You have Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker HD, which I have in, which is awesome. Awesome game. Wind Waker is just such a great Zelda game. Yeah, you have Twilight Princess HD and Breath of the Wild. I mean, this console had great Zelda representation on it, and it still does. I mean, if you want to play a lot of these Zelda games and you want to have them look the best, the Wii U is still the best place to play them, honestly. It's just a fact. Especially too, like Twilight Princess HD. I mean, it looks a lot better, runs smoother, you know, on here. Because let's face it, you're using standard definition on, you know, to play it on GameCube or on a Wii. You could, I think, well, I'd have to see them side by side. But I wonder which one you could get to look better, the Wii version or the GameCube version. I don't have the Wind Waker on any of those consoles anymore. I might have to eventually get them just to try to put them side by side and see which is the best looking one. I mean, obviously it would be the HD one, but putting that one out of it and having the other two up against each other with techniques like the GCHD, the Mark II by Ian, or maybe just the Wii U upscaling a Wii game. I'm definitely curious to see how that will look side by side. Because, I mean, well, plus technically you could also take the GameCube version and put it on a Wii. I mean, yeah, I might have to get those versions. I used to have the Wii version of, what was it? Twilight Princess at launch. When it launched, I picked it up on the Wii. But yeah, this is still such a fantastic game. It just looks so good. And I would love for this game to come to Nintendo Switch. Because this is a game that'd be awesome, you know, playing handheld on the go. Just like any of the other Zelda games. I'm so glad they did an HD version of a couple of these games. Hopefully we'll get Skyward Sword in HD. But I also want to get Metroid Prime Trilogy in HD. I think that needs to come out. But I mean, this game looks great. It totally holds up. It definitely looks like a cartoon. My son seen me playing this and he was instantly drawn over to it. Because it's just cool looking, and I think the art style's timeless. You know, at the time, we were all kind of griping about it, you know, it looks like a kid's game, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it turns out it's like one of the, you know, best Zelda games. Yeah, so this is my new game plus mode here. My second quest on here. Yeah, I could have left my Link overpowered and finished the game over and over, but when you beat it, it just kind of like, it ends it for you. Link always sleeping and in the beginning of the game. And his mouth in this just it's just so funny, the facial expressions that he is able to give off, and they look good. They're funny. Some of the faces he makes crack me up in this. And what is it? Link's Awakening, the remake. There's some spots of that just they look so great. Like when he smiles and stuff, it just gives this like really funny impression. I know his eyes are black in that game, and people say that complained about there not being a lot of facial expression. But when they showed in the preview, the trailer where he's playing the fishing game, and he smiles when he catches a fish, it's pretty funny looking because he just has this cute little smile, and his eyes are all beady. I don't know. I just think it works. But yeah, look at that. I mean, that's beautiful looking. I mean, even though this is a GameCube game, this is like one of the Wii U's best looking games. It's just crazy how good this looks, especially since they brought it to HD and you know, just sharpened the game up, and just being in HD does a lot. Gotta go see Grandma. And a booger kid. Where's this not booger kid? Maybe he's over. Maybe that's him. I think he's somewhere. Are you Booger Boy? No. Yeah, it's so funny. The kid with the big booger hanging out of his nose. Oh, there he is, Snot Boy. It's so funny. Hey, booger. Oh, that is awesome. So, yeah, you got something like right here. Like, it's huge. I love that they put that music here. This is like the same music they had in Ocarina of Time. Alright. take care of these guys. Alright. So you're gone, there's... Alright, so we got her. But yeah, guys, like I said, Wind Waker HD, this is the only place that you can play this game as of now. As far as like official hardware, I mean, you could emulate it, but on official hardware you can only play the HD version on the Wii U, or you can just play the original version on the GameCube. I actually have both versions, but I'd much rather play the HD version. For one, it's in HD, and it's also in 16:9 widescreen. Just, it's an awesome game. But yeah, hopefully it won't be locked on the Switch forever. But that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I try to put out content like this every day. But that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Thanks for watching.